Okay, we've talked about pressure, we've talked about patterns. And now, once we've recognized that we feel pressure, we've started to recognize a pattern that keeps repeating that we wish would stop. We have to jump into this space, this pause between what we are living, the pattern, and this place where we start to recognize we're in the pattern, and we call that awareness. Awareness is this pause place. It's where there's this split-second moment where you're living the pattern. It's like it's starting, and you recognize you're going into it. And our hope is that you catch yourself. You catch yourself before you unconsciously enter the pattern so that you can make a conscious decision to do something different. Now, an example of this for me would be sometimes as I'm walking through my house, I have two teenage boys, and they're not rather tidy. And as I'm walking through the house, I'm seeing clothes strewn, across different areas, shoes everywhere, garbage they haven't thrown away. And an old pattern of mine would be to start to get angry and upset and to feel all this pressure that I have to clean it all up right in this moment. And that starts to get me to feel resentful towards my kids and even my spouse at times when he's created some of this mess. This would be my pattern. That's going to create some feelings in my body. That's going to start some chemistry going from my brain to show my body how it feels when I see these images of my dirty home and attach them to the people who live there and attach all those feelings that I am not very happy about the state of my house. The pause is if I can take a breath when I'm starting to feel that pressure, when I'm starting to feel those feelings. And I can notice that I don't have to live that known pattern. I don't have to live in that frustration or resentment or anger. I can choose to smile. I could choose to go and walk over to one of my kids and say, hey, do you need to pick up these shoes and put them away? I don't have to do everything. It's not always mine to do. And if I can click into that awareness and I can shift my state of being, I can stay in this calm, relaxed state. That's where I want to live. That's where I'm most joyous. It's where I get the most fuel and energy in my day. Is through that peaceful, calm, stable energy. And I'm not saying that I don't have moments of excitement or lows that I feel during the day, but it's in this particular pattern that I want to shift that known response of the anger, the frustration, and the resentment to stay in my general state of being, which I want to live life. So I would have you reflect. If we've felt the pressure, if we've seen the pattern, what could we use as a shifter, a disruptor to keep us aware before we go right into the pattern? A lot of times it's breath. For a lot of people, we just need to take a breath. That's the easiest in the moment. But what could you do? What would be the one that brings you to the present moment? Take some time, reflect, and see what you find.